It was the day terror came to the suburbs. Wayne Greenhalgh was the unlucky victim in an attack that almost killed him. He still carries pain and anger from that terrible day.
Oh, this is lovely, isn't it?
Yep. It's beautiful looking out in the water.
Strolling along a sunny Gold Coast beach, Wayne Greenhalgh is a creature of habit.
Oh, look, there's a little mud crab. Look, can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Hand in hand with wife Bronwyn, it's a daily ritual.
Well, it's better than being at Macquarie Fields River. Huh?
Yeah.
It was on his afternoon walk 3 years ago when Wayne found himself at the mercy of an enraged terrorist.
Absolutely guarantee you, if I didn't make it through that day, I'd haunt him for the rest of his life. That can't. I'd make sure I come back to get him.
22-year-old Isis Khan lived around the corner from Wayne at Minto in Sydney's southwest. His neighbours, not even police, knew he was a self-radicalised extremist, a sympathiser of Islamic State.
I'd love to just have 5 minutes alone with him, to be quite honest.
If you had 5 minutes with him,
Yeah.
what would you do?
To be brutally honest, I'd beat the absolute hell out of him. I've got a lot of anger against him, how he's affected my family, and I'm not impressed with him. But that's what I'd love to do.
It's September 10, 2016. Wayne is running for his life. He's just been stabbed multiple times by Isis Khan, who's armed and ready to kill.
And I've never been cut with a knife before, and it's pretty daunting, pretty terrifying.
Neighbour Sivi Archong uses a fence paling to try and fend Khan away, giving Wayne time to escape to a nearby hair salon. He's still wielding his knife. Neighbours thrash at the lone wolf terrorist, but fail to disarm him.
You know, saying Allah wants you dead or something like that. He's saying crap like that, but I couldn't even remember a lot of things, but I remembered them words, Allah.
When help arrives, paramedics are still unaware they're treating a terror attack victim. Drifting in and out of consciousness, Wayne says he can remember his fight to survive.
When they eventually got the tourniquet on and they got me in the ambulance, it was funny because thinking to myself, fair dinkum, I was thinking, I'm going to go now. And I went under. And I woke up again at the hospital and I'd honestly thought that I'd gone. That was it.
When they brought him out in the stretcher, in the ambulance, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know whether I was going to lose him that day or...
Wayne says since being attacked, his life is a struggle of surgeries, emotional trauma, nightmares.
When you wake up, what do you think about?
When I wake up, it's as if I'm still running away from him. It's weird, but now hopefully one day it'll go away.
He says his injuries ended his career as a cabinet maker.
After that, I just couldn't do my job properly.
How does that feel?
That's terrible. It's very hard to take when that's the only job I've ever done since I was 16 when I started. So, pretty daunting, pretty frightening too. Not bringing any money home.
Well, that's a good picture of you on there.
These days, Wayne's surviving on medication, counselling, and Bronwyn's love.
Because I've been on antidepressants now, I don't know how many months, and anxiety tablets, very, very strong painkillers I'm on. And it's affected me. My memory's gone. I forget things. My wife has to do everything for me.
We're virtually living with a life sentence with what happened to Wayne now.
To make things worse, Wayne says he's since learnt that afternoon he had a target on his head.
He wanted to kill Wayne.
I'm sure he wanted me, yeah. He's a typical looking Aussie.
All because of a T-shirt Wayne no longer owns that had an American symbol on it.
Some American shirt that my sister-in-law bought me when she went overseas to America.
So was he your only target?
Just that one guy.
Khan told police he'd previously seen Wayne wearing it.
I'd worn it for 6 months. Khan reckons that because I was wearing that T-shirt, I was an American, and he was after me because of that.
Wayne and Bronwyn say earlier in the day they crossed paths with Khan on their morning walk, but missed a red flag.
He had, a little book in his hand, and he just seemed to look more at Wayne than me. And then He just turned around and walked inside.
He came about this far away from me and
Oh, he closed
it.
Yeah,
And it was one of them Qurans or something.
yeah.
And I didn't know. And he closed it. And I honestly reckon then, next time I see him, I'm gonna get him.
Thank you.
If reliving the worst day of his life wasn't hard enough, Wayne had to do it 6 times. That's how many trials it would take. The first 4 were aborted, with Khan's mental capacity brought into question. The 5th jury couldn't reach a verdict. Then finally, at the 6th trial, Khan was found guilty of committing a terrorist act.
Each time it had to start again. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Just over. Is it ever going to end? That's what we were thinking.
Reliving over and over.
When you look at him, Wayne, how do you feel?
I got no problem. Every time I went to court, I'd stare at him, but he'd look at me and look away. No, look at me and look away. He wouldn't stare at me.
As the court case comes to a close, Khan will soon be sentenced.
Hey, darling, where you going? How you going, mate? How are you, mate?
In the meantime, Wayne pays a visit to his old mates in Minto, or as he calls it, Minnow. Still 3 years on, it's so raw for you all, isn't it?
It is.
I want a bloody seated one, Buffett.
We're ordinary people that something out of the ordinary happened to us. You know, who would have thought, you know, going to get a haircut was going to be so dramatic.
Cheers. Thank you, my mate. Cheers. Hey, buddy.
What does the word terrorist mean to you now?
I reckon we've got to do something about the buggers. When they do it, get rid of them. I don't know why people would hurt people that haven't hurt them. That's what I can't understand.
And from a peaceful place, a strong warning.
There's going to be terrorists around and hopefully they get what they deserve, you know, but I'd hate to see the Aussie people going and hurting people that haven't hurt them either.
Could you ever forgive him?
No. I couldn't.
How about you give me your handbag until we get in, so it'll make it easier for you.
Finally,
Hey?
it's time to move
there?
forward.
I wouldn't let you fall anyway.
Wayne volunteers 3 days a week,
You want to sit behind the other lady?
driving the elderly to medical appointments on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, get a lot of jokes, but he's very gentle, isn't he, ladies, helping you in and out. I like a bit of a larrikiness in a male.
It gives him the chance to be the Wayne people know and love.
He's rude. He is so rude. But he's delightful as well.
They all call me Wayne the Pain, every one of
I
them.
wonder why.
I call you Wayne the Pain.
No, as long as they don't call me Dimity, that's the main thing.
Oh, come on!
Always have a smile on your face. Right?
To us, he hasn't won, but still, we're going to be on edge now for the rest of our lives.
No one's going to beat me. Every person, every bloke that's ever met me knows no one's going to beat me.
He's a bit of a larrikin. Khan will be sentenced on the 5th of June.